speech I have chosen will never go out of date, and I believe that to be one of the greatest misfortunes of them all. In 1940, Charlie Chaplin released the film The Great Dictator, in which, impersonating Adolf Hitler, he gives a passionate speech about how hatred and intolerance must be done away with, and how technology is leading to a lack of humanity within us all. At the time when this speech was written, the sound of shattering glass still rung in the ears of those Jews affected on Kristallnacht. And Europe and all of its minorities were pinned under an iron fist which caused the death of more than 11 million Jews, gypsies, homosexuals and disabled people. Chaplin's speech shook the world as he used his public platform in order to address the horrific acts of violence perpetrated by the Nazi party and Hitler. Almost 70 years on, we like to think that we now live in this decent world that Chaplin so passionately speaks of. And yet, as we speak, there are more than 1.1 billion Muslims in the world who are now all being blamed for the barbaric acts perpetrated by Al-Qaeda, including those of Charlie Hebdo only recently. They now face the hatred of all those ignorant to the fact that Islam does not promote violence, only love and peace, like all world religions. This hatred is manifested through technology in the Twitter hashtag #KillAllMuslims. This is intolerance. And as we speak, there are members of the LGBT community who fear for their lives every day just because of their sexuality. And as we speak, there is blood and tears trickling down the streets of Ferguson, Missouri, where racial profiling has led to corruption within the legal and judiciary systems, in which we're all supposed to trust. In Chaplin's speech, he calls out to us all, us, the soldiers fighting for love and peace in the world, to unite and create a world worth living in for all. Hatred and intolerance are rampant, and they are costing the lives of thousands. I only hope for a day in which the message of this speech no longer rings so true. I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. I don't wish to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another in this world. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there is room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful. But we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, yet we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us all closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women and little children. Victims of a system that teaches men to torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people, and so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, who enslave you, who regiment your lives, who tell you what to do, what to think and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men. Machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines. You are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate. Only the unloved hate. The unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man. Not one man nor a group of men, but in all men in you. You the people have the power. The power to make machines, the power to make happiness. You the people have the power to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then, in the name of democracy, let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power. But they lie. They do not fulfill this promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill this promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason. A world where science and human progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!